Good morning, church. So, we are beginning our journey through Jesus' final major discourse, recorded in John 15 through 17. And I just really pray that you are blessed profoundly as we take time to go through this. Kind of like the Sermon on the Mount, it deserves to be read and reread. Jesus is teaching us these critical truths about who he is, imparting these last bits of wisdom to us. And so we do well to just really slow down, look at this, and seek to understand what he is trying to tell us. Let's just start by taking the first couple verses. Jesus says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. So here we have two roles that are worth examining. Every branch in me that does not produce fruit he removes, and he prunes every branch that produces fruit, that it will produce more fruit. So Jesus is the source of life. And he tells us later that we can't do anything without him. You know, sometimes we can have the appearance of life for a little bit without being connected to the branch. Just like if you went outside in the summer and hacked off a leafy branch, for a little while it's going to look like it's alive. Like a flower that gets cut off from the stem. It can look alive for a little bit, but it's dying. It's dead effectively. There's no hope for it. And so we're told that he will remove branches that don't produce fruit. This is a little bit of a frightening verse for me. And church, I just want it not to be frightening, but an encouragement. He will remove branches that don't produce fruit. Don't think that we as Christians can simply sit on our laurels and receive the grace of God like the Dead Sea receives water with no outlet. We are created to be rivers of living water, to be outlets of God's grace. But because God's a good gardener, he'll also prune the fruitful branches. Strawberries taught me a spiritual lesson. They can either grow and send out their little leafy tendrils and create more of the strawberry plant itself, or you can prune them back and they can produce fruit. And so you have to decide, do I want more, do I want more plant, or do I want actual strawberries? God is interested in us being fruitful and producing fruit. And so he's going to prune things out of our lives that maybe look like we're growing our kingdom, so to speak. But he says, no, beat that back, push that back. What I want is for you to be fruitful so that people can come to you and receive the nourishment that comes from the gospel of the good word of who Jesus is. And so, church, there's your encouragement today, to look at our life and say, what is God asking me to prune back so that I can actually bear fruit and not just this looking of growth around me? Let's carry on, keep on reading God's word, be encouraged, share your devotional thought here as well. I just would love to hear from you, and I love you, church. We'll talk to you soon again.